Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh! If you're looking for a car that has a bench built in, look no more. I present you this 2021 GMC Sierra AT4 with a diesel engine, a 3-liter turbocharged 6-cylinder diesel engine, which produces 277 horsepower, 460 foot-pounds of torque, 10-speed automatic transmission, 0 to 60 in 6 seconds, averages about 25-26 miles to the gallon. It starts at about $54,000. As equipped, this one $65,000, although you can equip it all the way up to $80,000. I'm gonna give you a quick tour of the car, outside, inside, and we're gonna take it for a spin, just to have something different on the channel. So we know that this truck is basically a Chevy Silverado that's dressed up in a nicer suit, and I've got to say I love the way this truck looks, especially with this AT4 unique grille. And you see there's a camera that hides under the grille. You've got these awesome red hooks. There's some air inlets right there. LED headlights, LED fog lights. You also have some LEDs on the rear view mirrors. Of course, here it says Duramax Turbo Diesel, and then under here you can see that 4-inch lift that the car has. You can actually fit your head in the wheel well, and these tires are aftermarket, but they're 305. Yes, that's right, 305 width, 65/18, massive tires. And look how much ground clearance you have underneath. It's insane. On the side, there's no chrome, everything is blacked out. You've got this awesome looking step. Also in the back, that 4-inch lift is very evident. There's a lot of clearance. And check this out, because of the fact that this is a diesel, in here you've got this, I believe it's called urea, which every couple of thousand miles you have to refill, because that mixes with the exhaust gases to clean them, which gives it this diesel a clean diesel look and feel and certification, I guess. And then in the back we've got these LED tail lights. The tips, exhaust tips, are blacked out. Between the exhaust tips you've got the tow hook, you've got a spare tire. One of the coolest things about this truck is this tailgate. I'm going to show you how it operates, but above this tailgate you also have a window, and then above the window you've got some lights and 2 cameras that I'm going to talk to you about a little later when we go inside. So here's the story. I want to load something in this truck bed, and by the way, this is the key. This is what it looks like. All I have to do is double tap this button. Come on, there we go. See? And the tailgate opens up. It's a regular tailgate. You know what? I'm gonna open up this cover here so you can see a little clearer what's under here. We've got a regular tailgate, and yes, you can load stuff up and all of that. But you want to be more comfortable to access the tailgate. Well, you've got these built-in steps here. You can... my jeans are kind of too tight, but you get the idea. You walk in this way and you can access the bed. Or you can welcome yourself to the 21st century and press this button, and check this out. This thing opens up, so you can get even closer to loading up this thing. But there's another party trick. This thing folds into a step, so you can either use this step and load everything you need to load onto this truck bed, or you can use this step as a seat for all your tailgating parties. You can equip this truck with speakers here to give you that needed sound that you can blast as you're drinking beer with your buddies. Speaking of which, you've got these cup holder, well, not really cup holders, the inserts for your beer or water. A smaller one here and a massive one for your 40-ounce bottle here, and you can really have a lot of fun tailgating. And one of the other cool things is you can close it like this, and you can hang out like that. You can drink beer with your buddies like this, or you can use this as a workbench for if this is your work truck as opposed to your party truck. Okay, let's start with the back first. Getting in, you've got this little handle here that allows you to get in, and look how much room I have. I feel like I'm in a Mercedes S-Class. So much room between my knees and the front seat, which is adjusted to my height. The bench feels very comfortable. Even the middle seat feels very comfortable because of the fact that the floor is almost flat. Even the middle passenger has a ton of room. In the middle, you've got USBs, you've got heated seats, you've got your vents here, you've got your cup holders. It's a really comfortable place to be in, even if you're in the back seat. And in terms of storage, there's a ton of it in the back, starting with the door. The door actually that feels very premium up here, but then down here it starts to feel kind of cheap, but it wouldn't bother me. You've got some pockets here, you've got some cup holders here, you've got some sort of, is this fake carbon fiber? Could be, but looking inside, check this out. You've got these rear seats. Did you know that you've got some storage here in the backrest of this rear seat? There's the same one in the middle. Here you've got some cup holders here. That's nothing new, but you can also lift up this seat, which reveals more storage. Look at that. Look how much stuff you can fit under this seat. And accessing the front, check this out. You open up this massive door, step on the bench. You've got, again, this handle here, and you get to sit inside. I've got to say, it's fairly easy to get in here, despite the fact that it's got a 4-inch lift. And once I'm seated, the seats are very comfortable, although I feel like they could be a little bit more huggy. They're more on the flat side, but I suspect it's so you can get out of this truck more easily. All right, and in the front, there's also a ton of storage. You've got storage here in these door cards. You've got 2 cup holders, some storage here, and again, just like in the back, you've got some lower quality material here, but high quality material here and there. These are the seats that I was telling you about. So there's some bolstering here, but the back or the lower piece is sort of flat. Let's get behind the wheel because that's where the party starts. I'm going to close the door, and once you close the door, let's start it up. This is the starting sequence. Beautiful. You've got these digital displays, or a digital display in the middle, and 2 analog displays on each side. And I've got to say, this is an awesome combination. The steering wheel itself is heated. It's leather covered, and it's got a lot of all these buttons here and all of that. You've got your heads-up display, and this is covered in leather. The whole dash is covered in leather, and it's high-quality leather. All the stitching is nice and straight. It looks fantastic. Here, you've got a ton of storage here, and there's more storage down here. There's also storage up here. There's also storage down here. You've got your wireless charging. You've got more storage here, and there's more storage here. And the coolest thing about this armrest storage is the fact that, see these hooks here? These are your hooks for filing folders. So if you're someone who works on the job and has all these folders, this is where how you can keep yourself organized and have these folders in here. Pretty ingenious idea. Also in here, you've got 2 USB insert. You've got your SD card as well as your auxiliary input. Now, speaking of inputs and all of that, we're going to start from the bottom and work way up to the infotainment system. So you've got USBs here, you've got your 12 volt, you've got your 110 volt, you've got lane keep assist, obviously park assist, start, stop, open up your tailgate and all of that. You've got heated and ventilated seats. This is how you adjust climate control, fairly straightforward. Now, the infotainment system in this car is fantastic. It's very responsive, but it's got Apple CarPlay, it's got Android Auto. This is what everyone's going to be using, except what's awesome about this infotainment system are the cameras that this car has. So check this out. This is my top view, and this is my view that's pointing at the tires. So look, when I'm driving through these very tough trails, I can see easily what my tires will be driving on, which gives me confidence that I can get on top of an obstacle that I want. Again, I'm not very good at off-roading. Actually, I would love to off-road this truck, but yeah, but you can also change different views. Look, this is your front view, so you can see what's around you. This is your side view again. You can also zoom in. You can see what's in the front. The camera system in this truck is absolutely fantastic. And now, before I take you for a drive in this car, by the way, the red line is only 5,000 60,000 RPM. Before I take you for a spin, I just wanted to tell you about this diesel engine, because a lot of times diesel engines can be very noisy. This particular one, I've got to say, is so quiet. It doesn't feel like a diesel engine at all. Maybe in the front there's some ticking, but when you come around to the back, it feels like a non-diesel. It sounds like a non-diesel, and I don't know, I do love the diesel sound, but a lot of people don't. And just hear it, you see? It sounds fantastic. All right, let's take this car for a spin. But before we do so, I wanted to thank Sal from Sal's Auto Works, who let me borrow this awesome truck. Sal has a car shop that he opened in the area, and him and I have become good friends. I'm gonna put the link in the description, so if you are in the area, you can visit them and get your work done. They're in northern New Jersey. But anyways, I'm driving this truck. Check this out. I'm climbing up this hill, and this diesel engine, despite the fact that it's got only 270 horsepower, is plenty to get you going through these hilly and twisty areas. And I've been driving this truck for a couple of hours this morning. One thing that I still cannot get used to is its sheer size. I mean, the hood is massive. I know the tires stick out a little bit, so I was having a hard time staying in lane in this truck. I know my wheels are sticking out. When you turn, obviously there's a lot of lean, but not as much as I expected. The ride feels good. There is really no feel in the steering wheel, but again, you can't expect a steering feel in a 3-ton pickup truck. But aside from that, it's a great truck. There's a lot of visibility in here, both front in the mirrors. I can see the back, and the coolest thing is this mirror. Check this out. If I flick this switch, it turns into a fully digital rear view mirror, which works a lot better than using it without it. Although I don't know how it's going to pick up on the camera, so I'm going to flick it to its normal position. But my preference is to have it on. Okay, Sal's going to kill me, but we're going to do a quick launch. Well, not launch, just accelerating. 3, 2, 1. Oh my God, this thing is burning rubber, and the traction control is on. Holy smokes. All right, 0 to 60 in 6 seconds, and I do believe it. Obviously, I didn't pull it all the way to 60, but I've got to say, this felt pretty good. I don't know what it is, but I think I am becoming a truck guy. I see it now, what it is about a pickup truck. Not only is it comfortable, you've got a ton of room, but there's plenty of power, and there's a lot of utility. You can haul a lot with this truck. You can load on top of this truck. It's a car that can really do it all. And now I know why so many people in the US drive these pickup trucks. But if I were to buy one, I would absolutely consider the diesel. I mean, 25 miles to the gallon, although I'm looking at the average, I'm averaging 23, which is not bad. But on the highway, I do believe it, when with these big tires and whatnot, I mean, this is absolutely insane. Crazy numbers for this truck. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and we are on a highway. Look, I'm doing 60 miles an hour. I am slowing down to take this exit, 40 miles, and look, wow, handles great. Again, not sports car handling by any means, but it still handles great. Now, let's see, we're gonna merge onto this highway. Come on, wow. It feels fantastic. There's plenty of torque that's available starting at 1500 RPM maximum torque. So you definitely feel it, despite the fact that it's got such low horsepower numbers. Relatively speaking, I much rather take the torque. But once you get cruising, check this out. This is fairly comfortable. Visibility in front of you is amazing. These A-pillars, even though they're massive, but they're angled in such a way that I can sort of see through the mass. They're not big at all from a driving perspective. The rear view mirrors are massive, but that's great because it allows me to see the side of this car. And for example, now I'm switching lanes. Obviously, I've got blind spot monitoring systems. It's just it's an awesome truck. I love driving it. Yes, there's some tire noise because of these massive tires. but I love driving this thing. This is so cool. I feel like such a cool guy. One thing I have to say, lane keep assist doesn't work, or maybe I can't get it to work. It's supposed to keep me in lane. Come on, keep me in lane. I don't want to crash this truck. Nope, it will not keep me in lane. All right, we're gonna exit here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and now, before I'm gonna go and run an errand with this car, which I think this car is going to be used the most in the US, I want to drive through this road. It's a tight road that I've seen many times. It's a two-way road, but I'm in a massive truck. So I'm hoping that there will be no one on the other side coming my way, because passing someone in this massive truck on this tight road would be quite impossible. But I just wanted to see how this car behaves on these tight roads. I mean, see how massive it is? I hope that camera can pick up how massive this truck is. Look, oh my gosh, this is a two-way road, by the way. This is a two-way street. Yep, this is two-way. It barely fits my car one way. It is insane, absolutely insane. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh, all right, Sal, please don't kill me. All right, we did it. I think we did it. Even if there was a car coming my way, he would have to wait and let me go. Oh my gosh. I love this thing. I love this thing. All right, and then here I don't have to worry about the approach angle. I don't have to worry about scraping because there's so much clearance in the nose. It's just great. But anyways, I wanted to thank you very much for watching. Whew, I'm so glad I didn't get into an accident on this tight road, but I'm also happy that I finally got to experience this pickup truck. For daily driving, unless you're hauling a lot of stuff or you're racing people at a stop sign, I don't think why you would ever need a bigger engine than this. I really don't think so. It's just great. It's just great. And on that note, I wanted to thank you very much for watching. Huge thanks once again to Sal from Sal's Auto Works for allowing me to test this beautiful truck and share my experience with you, my nice people here. Let me know in the comment section of what you thought of this truck. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.